Why is it so hard to stop scrolling once you start? Why can one quick check of your phone turn into an hour without even noticing? Why do people keep going back to things they know waste their time? The answer is hidden in a small chemical inside your brain. It's called dopamine. And even though most people talk about it like it's just the happy chemical, that's not actually what it does. Dopamine doesn't simply make you happy. It makes you chase. It creates the feeling of wanting something before you even have it. And that one system influences almost everything people do. To understand why, imagine a person thousands of years ago. A human walking through a forest, searching for food. They spot berries hanging from a tree. At that moment, their brain releases dopamine, not because they already ate the berries, not because they already feel full, but because their brain is saying, that could help you survive. Go get it. That's what dopamine was originally for. It pushed humans to seek things that helped them stay alive. The people whose brains pushed them to chase those rewards were more likely to survive. So over time, the human brain developed a strong reward system, and that reward system still exists today. The problem is, the world changed much faster than the brain did. Your brain is still running ancient survival software. But instead of hunting for berries, it's surrounded by instant entertainment, notifications, games, videos, sugar, social media. Every one of these things can trigger the exact same system, and the brain reacts like it found something important, even when it's just another short video. That's because dopamine doesn't care whether something is meaningful. It only cares whether something might be rewarding. That's why your brain can get hooked on things that don't actually improve your life. When you open an app, your brain doesn't know what's coming next. Maybe there's a funny video. Maybe someone texted you. Maybe there's a new like. Maybe nothing happened. That uncertainty matters, because the brain loves unpredictable rewards. If something gives you the same exact result every time, your brain eventually gets bored. But if the reward is random, the dopamine system stays active. It keeps you checking, again and again and again. This is the same psychological pattern used in slot machines. A person pulls the lever not because they know they'll win, but because they might. That possibility is enough to keep them trying. And your phone works in a very similar way. Every swipe is another lever pull. You don't know what's next. So your brain keeps chasing the next possible reward. That's why people often say, I'll just watch one more. But one becomes 10, then 30, then somehow it's midnight. The brain wasn't thinking about time, it was thinking about the next reward. This is why dopamine is so powerful. It can override logic. You can know you should be sleeping. You can know you should be studying. You can know you've already had enough. But if your brain expects another quick reward, it can make stopping feel strangely difficult. And here's something even more surprising. Dopamine often peaks before the reward happens, not after. That means the excitement of checking your phone can feel stronger than actually seeing what's on it. The anticipation is what hooks people. Waiting, checking, hoping. That's why humans don't just crave pleasure, they crave possibility. The chance that something exciting might happen. This is also why normal life can start feeling boring. If someone spends hours every day on high-stimulation activities, their brain adapts. Fast videos, constant music, games, sugar, notifications. These things flood the reward system. So when they sit down to do something slower, like reading, homework, or just thinking quietly, it feels dull. Not because those things are bad, but because the brain has adjusted to stronger stimulation. It starts expecting constant rewards, and when it doesn't get them, it feels restless. That's why boredom can feel uncomfortable. The brain is basically asking, where's the next hit of stimulation? And when it doesn't come, many people immediately reach for their phone. Not because they're weak, because the brain learned a pattern. Bored equals check for reward. Over and over, that pattern gets stronger. This is how habits form. A cue, a craving, an action, a reward. Then the loop repeats. The more often it repeats, the more automatic it becomes. That's why sometimes you unlock your phone without even meaning to, or open an app and forget why you opened it. Your conscious mind didn't really choose, the habit loop activated first. But dopamine is not bad. In fact, it's one of the reasons people achieve anything. It's what helps someone practice guitar for weeks to learn one song. It's what drives athletes to train even when they're tired. It's what makes someone excited to improve at something. Humans would struggle to stay motivated at all. The goal isn't to eliminate it. The goal is to understand where your brain is getting its rewards. Because the things you repeat shape what your brain starts craving. If you constantly feed it instant stimulation, it will want more instant stimulation. But if you start finding rewards in slower things, creating, learning, exercising, building skills, the brain can adapt to that too. It starts craving what you practice. That means your habits are teaching your brain what to want. Every day, whether you realize it or not, you are training your reward system. That's why understanding dopamine matters, because once you realize your brain is always chasing rewards, you start seeing why so many habits feel hard to break, and why so many distractions feel impossible to ignore. It's not random, it's psychology. The human brain craves dopamine because for thousands of years, chasing rewards kept people alive. But in today's world, the same system can pull people into endless distractions, and the people who understand that are often the ones who learn how to take control of their attention.